everyone? Welcome back to Europe Nation Reactions. I am Tyrone. Today on the channel, we have Meg 2, The Trench pitch meeting. I saw this film recently. It's not a good one. It is not a good one. We did not review it for Mostly Wrong Opinions, so don't even go over there and try. I saw this at a whim. I didn't go to the theaters to see this. Definitely not paying money for this because this was a pretty bad movie. It was a pretty bad movie. How are you going to call your film The Meg 2 when the majority of your film has nothing to do with Meg? Has nothing to do with Meg, all right? And I'm going to let George talk to you about, Ryan George talk to you about this because there's a lot of stuff I know he's going to point out that I could not fathom why is it in this film. And then when you put it in the film, you didn't even complete your story arc with what you put in the film. That was a total mistake to have in this. Anyway, let's go.
So, you got another Meg movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Meg 2, The Trench. Ah, so like a megalodon gets into some World War I trenches and the soldiers have to fight it? No, this is like a deep sea trench at the bottom of the seafloor.
Could happen,
that doesn't make any sense. The soldiers would drown. Actually, there aren't any World War I soldiers. It's Jason Statham. He's back again, baby. Oh boy, what was his character's name again? You wouldn't retain it if I told you. That's
exactly
true. I don't. Who is he? I don't care. And a bunch of other characters from the first movie are coming back too. Oh nice, I remember them. Do you? No, didn't really think so. Anyway, his love interest from the first movie's dead now. Oh no, what happened? Well, turns out she ended up contracting off-screen deathinitis. That does sometimes happen between movies, yeah. So now Jason Statham's taking care of her daughter Mei Ying, so he's basically a dad now. Very parental. And so in this movie, we're gonna have even more Megs and some freaking dinosaurs. Dinosaurs? Well, there are dinosaurs in the Meg books, sir. These are based on books? They actually are, sir. See, books aren't always just about boring stuff. Sometimes they're about fun, crazy stuff, too.
I didn't even know it was based on a book. Maybe it deserved to be in
or
that
at least
same
invent
IP
some kind of service where people read books to you. Audible. Well, I'm glad you were able to hear me, but don't steal my idea, you son of a gun. That's what happens in the movie. Well, look, with a movie like this, sir, we all know what people are coming to see. Giant sharks. Human conflict. What?
Human conflict!
Shark stuff at the end. You sure about that? Well, I figured your visual effects budget would be sure of that. That's a good point. Yeah, okay, tell me about this human conflict stuff. I'm in. Well, Jason Statham has been working with his deceased wife's brother, Ju Ming, right? Okay, and this freaking guy has a Meg in captivity that he discovered as a pup. So they're keeping it in a megalodon-proof containment thing? Completely megalodon-proof, sir, except for a megalodon-sized tunnel that's closed by a tiny gate. Oh, that should be fine, right? There's a gate. But then this megalodon escapes. What? So they're in their little submarines on a trench exploration run, and this Meg starts chasing them, so they go down under the thermocline, which is something science-y, I'm pretty sure. That's right, it is. I knew it. It's this temperature transition area in the ocean that the Megs can't travel through. Gotcha. So then this
Which
Meg
could be a real thing, I don't know.
Useless thermocline, stupid thermocline. See, turns out there are some bad guys at the bottom doing some illegal mining, and they set off this big explosion that crashes the submarines and makes a hole in the thermocline. Oh, so they die? No, because the good guys have these super powerful suits that can resist the ocean pressure and like punch through concrete. I bet those are gonna come into play later when they fight the sharks. No. So then the good guys are gonna spend a big chunk in the movie in this underwater base, not even dealing with sharks. Oh man, I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be so cost saving. And Jason Statham wants to swim to this other part of the base that has escape pods, but their suits are out of oxygen. So what does he do? He goes anyway, unprotected, free diving it. Aren't they super, super deep with incredibly crushing pressure? 25,000 feet down, but he breathes the air out of his nostrils, so it's okay. The oxygen is the problem. That's what the problem is. Oh, is it? Well, we're gonna have a character say, you don't see fish down here wearing armor, do you?
It's so
That is
stupid.
true. You do not see that. Okay, I guess this makes sense now. It might. Plus, we can kind of just do what we want. It's not like the general public really knows anything about deep sea pressure, you know? Yeah, something nuts would have to happen for a kind of mass education on oceanic pressure. Yeah. So then what happens? Well, eventually the good guys are gonna make it back up to the surface. Oh, good. But several megalodons and some amphibious dinosaurs make it up too. They've been at the bottom of the ocean for millions of years, but they could still walk up on land no problem. That's what we're going with, because this way we can have some land dinosaurs running around and do a bunch of scenes I took from Jurassic Park.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, they're ours now. I took them. Oh, neat. So now all the good guys have to fight all those bad guys that were doing the illegal stuff underwater. We're still not at the shark action? No, that's gonna be like the last 15 minutes. We're still in the people
Not at all.
Gotcha. And then it's gonna be time for the shark action. Oh boy, here we go. So it turns out all these freaking monsters are headed to this resort island that's all all
forget the
about
Kraken.
fun, right? What's it called? Fun Island.
Fun
How'd you
Island.
come up with that? So the good guys have to head over there to tell everybody to get out of the water because some freaking Megs are coming. Of course. But then they do a very bad job at that, so a bunch of people die. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're freaking getting eaten by sharks, by little dinosaurs. There's a big Kraken. Oh, big cracks are tight. Wait, what has a Kraken in it? Oh, a Kraken, like a big octopus. Jeez, how do the good guys react to that? They literally don't even mention that it exists, but one of the characters throws a bomb at it. Huh. So anyway, then Jason Statham gets on a jet ski and starts hunting sharks with bombs mounted on harpoons. Very exciting. Ridiculous. He manages to kill one, but then he's got to take down the alpha. Is that going to be hard to do? Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, he's going to impale it with a helicopter propeller and then just kind of toss it dead in the ocean. That doesn't seem physically possible. Well, the thing about this guy is that he's Jason Statham. Oh, that's right, he is. And so then all the bad guys are dead, and the good guys have a little celebratory drink on the beach, you know, laugh it up, have a silly old time. They just saw a bunch of innocent people die horrible deaths. A silly old time, so what do you think? Well, it sounds like a shark time. I say we release it as a big summer blockbuster. Really? You think this stands a chance against superhero movies at the domestic box office? Oh, no, this thing's not making its money domestically. We just have to kind of blatantly make this for another market, okay?
Wow.
Hi, everybody. Ryan George here. Thanks so much.
Of course it did. Of course it did, man. It's movies like these that it just makes you be like, Scorsese was right. Scorsese was right. What is that? Theme park rides? That's what these films, a lot of these films are. The superhero ones that he was talking about directly, but this is a theme park ride film. Because you're going in here and you're supposed to turn your brain off. I hate that term. No, a film is supposed to entertain you. Your brain's off. What are you doing? You're not, your brain is dead, okay? It's supposed to entertain you. It's supposed to tell you something, tell you a story. And this story was so inconsistent. Why? Why do you have dinosaurs that's been down there in the trench for millions of years and now they can all of a sudden just walk on land and nobody's seen them before? Dumb. Why can Jason Statham breathe underwater at 25,000 feet in a trench? Dumb. Why did the lady that was working with the Asian dude in this film, she turned on him. She was the mastermind behind all this stuff. And why didn't they even get back to her in that story? Didn't make any sense. Why even have a story about human conflict, like he said, when it's supposed to be about sharks? Yeah, man, this is why you need movie reviewers like myself. Mostly Wrong Opinions. Go there, check that out, subscribe to that channel. That is the movie review channel I do with Devin Harris. All right, new episodes Wednesdays and Fridays. All right, Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, this was not a good film. Jason Statham, to me, is now becoming the martial arts Samuel L. Jackson. He'll do anything for a check. Okay, he'll do anything for a check. And and by the way, he did do a lot of martial arts in this film too. All right, and the brother in this film, the dude that was in the first film, he does some martial arts too because he just took some training. Very, very, very bad film. Great review, hilarious review, Mr. Ryan George. You're awesome. Whew. What did you think of this? Did you see the movie? Man, I hope you didn't. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments. And if you did like my reaction, please hit that thumbs up because it really does help out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything I do right here on YURP Nation Reactions. The goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year going into next year. As soon as I get to that, I'm doing a giveaway. It's going to be a pretty good giveaway for you guys, man. So if you're new, come along for the ride. See you in another video. Peace.